Welcome back to another video on the secondary channel. Today is another reaction video, and we're going to be reacting to my younger brother's channel, otherwise known as Firefrights. And he makes horror gaming content as well as a couple of other types of videos. But the main thing I'm looking for is consistency and overall just seeing how much he's improved from his first video to now his newer one. Do keep in mind, I did edit his most recent video, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at everything, and hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. If you do, you know the deal. Make sure to leave a like and comment down below what your favorite part is, and let's get into it.
What's up, Fire Nation? It's FC here, back in the video. I'm playing some Domares.
Okay, so saying Fire Nation works because this was also back when his channel was still called FZ256, but now, considering the fact that he goes by Firefrights, technically saying welcome back Fire Nation doesn't really work. So just keep that in mind, FC. I call him FC because that's what he goes by online.
So I've heard a little bit about this game. I haven't played much of it. I played the demo a while ago.
Okay, so this is an older video, but camera placement is fine. The only issue is it's kind of hard to see who's in the picture. So I would maybe increase it about 15 to 20% larger. And if you're doing any sort of horror games and like there's text over here or here, place your webcam on the opposite side. That typically works the best. But we'll go ahead and continue watching this.
I heard it's supposed to be really unique to everyone.
Again, I'm just slowly sort of skimming through this. If you do want to see a part 2 to his channel, let me know in the comments.
Adjust your brightness level. You should just barely see the doll scattered around. Okay, I think it's all set.
Yep.
I'm gonna raise it just a little bit, just so you guys can see.
Yeah,
in this game, every playthrough is
typically works really well.
Events in the game are not scripted, meaning that what you encounter is unique only for you. You will not be chased by monsters.
So I will say that's one thing that I do like about certain horror games. They have this sort of feature where it's like stuff is randomized. So it's like it only ever happens to you, and the next time you play could be completely different. So really, I am a big fan of those type of games, and I want to see more.
Nothing will scream or jump into your face, but it is still a horror game. Be prepared of being scared. Are you ready to start working?
Jump scares do not scare me.
Sure.
So anyone who wants to try those in real life, good luck.
I took a part-time job at an old toy factory. People whisper about its shady reputation, but I don't care. I just need the money.
Adding a little bit of voices to horror games, if it's just text on the screen, adds to the immersion.
Today is my first day. I never could have imagined what's waiting for me inside. Okay. Hold space to continue. So far, I'm into it. Alright. Sweet Cheeks Doll Factory.
New guy, you're finally here.
Hi.
Welcome to the Sweet Cheeks Factory.
One thing I gotta give him credit for, the audio for both the game audio and the mic audio is solid. It doesn't sound too loud, but it also doesn't sound too quiet.
Press the green button.
Press. Nice.
The only thing I'd recommend is not to use your headset mic. It typically does not sound as good as a USB mic.
I'm guessing that's going to be
or a
later on
XLR mic.
And
but you have to have a sound mixer for those, which can be annoying.
Locked. Where is... Oh.
I'm gonna skip ahead.
Must not screw it up. I can't lose this one as well. Hopefully I will meet some new colleagues here. K. Okay, alright.
Ooh. Okay, I just did notice something that's a little bit annoying. He is off-centered in the camera. Typically, you should... So, the best way to think about with your camera is you should either have your camera right in front of you, off to the side if you have some lighting where you want to cast some shadows, or whether you decide to put your camera... Like, for instance, mine would be, like, right there if I had, like, a DSLR. Or over here. And then you would want your lighting to reflect that. The only thing I don't have behind me is a fill light. I do need to get one of those. But you always want your lighting to be not too oversaturated. Because when it's oversaturated, overexposed you, completely washes you out of the frame. It just does not look good. So I'm going to guess he probably has it in the middle. So I would suggest kind of moving yourself over a little bit, not so much leaning like this. Because when you're leaning like this, kind of like that, it's like, for instance, right now you guys are watching a sort of vertical version of my camera. When you lean like this, you're kind of off camera. And it's hard for people to see your emotions and like your expressions and what you're talking about. So just sort of... If you can, I would just like sit straight up, but just kind of if you're using a secondary monitor to figure out where exactly you're positioned during your recording, use that to kind of line yourself up in terms of the camera. That's my 2 cents I'll put into that.
How do I put you down?
Yeah, that's always the hardest thing about horror games. They don't always give a clear indication of how to put down items.
The check put it on the approval conveyor. If there's
see.
something wrong with the doll, throw it into the disposal chute immediately. Internal use only. Okay.
Okay, I thought for a second that this part was settings. That's always something you want to cut out of videos. You should never, unless it's like really quick. Like if you're just really quickly changing one setting, you can leave it in. But if you're in the settings for longer than a minute, typically you want to cut that out of your video. You don't want to keep that in there.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay,
So most of this just looks normal. I don't see anything. Yeah, he is offset. He is a little bit offset in terms of where the camera placement is. Yeah, so this is just the normal game. Let's go here.
If you guys did enjoy this,
you should always make sure when you're playing a horror game or just any game in general that it is not in windowed mode, because then people see your taskbar and it looks kind of clunky within the editing.
please make sure to leave a like on the video.
Also, the other thing I gotta say, if you're gonna do a part where you want to do like just chatting, like a lot of streamers will do a just chatting scene. If you're going to switch it over to that, you want to wait to talk when you do that. You don't want to do it before. Because when you do it here, it kind of looks more like you mean to talk during this section.
But yeah. If you guys did enjoy this, please make sure.
Yeah. So you want to wait until you start talking within this scene. You don't want to start talking during the other scene, because something that I notice a lot of people will do, they'll see that and then they'll think, oh, they're still doing something with the gameplay. But if you do in this scene, it typically either means an introduction or outro for a video. Overall, I would say good video. The audio quality was definitely really good. The game audio and the mic were not equal. So you could hear the mic audio a little bit higher than the game, which is what you want. The only gripe I have is the fact that he looks a little bit overexposed here. And I wouldn't say in terms of white balance, I'd say in terms of saturation. The saturation is a little bit too heavy because it kind of blends too much into his shirt. And then lighting back here is a bit too overexposed as well. But overall, solid video. I'd probably give that probably 6.5 out of 10. Just this one. Immediately, the game audio is way too loud. Not enough saturation. The white balance is completely off. The red coloring behind him is not like super heavy, but it's definitely distracting. It's not great. But I would say in terms of saturation, there's no saturation. So you can't really tell that the clip has been color graded. The exposure is way too freaking high.
I can't move.
The game audio and the mic audio are like this. They're sort of a little bit higher than one another, but it's so close together that it's like anytime he starts talking, you can't tell what's really the mic audio and what's the game audio because it's so equal in terms of the level.
What? Hello?
You don't need that glitch.
What's up, Fire Nation? It's FC here, and welcome back to Terror Tuesday. So I did this last week, and it seems like you guys really liked it, so I'm back again with 3 scary games. Today's game that we are going to be doing is called
I will tell you right now, I can almost guarantee that he does not have any lights on this side and has a light that is shining way too bright over on this side. Because the problem when you do that is if you don't have proper lighting, if you have a light, for instance, like if I had a light on this side, it would wash me out completely. And it's almost, it washes him out to the point where it's like shirt kind of blends into his skin color, which doesn't look the greatest on screen. I also would 100% blur this background. There's a door back there. There's one there. I would 100% blur this. I wouldn't even show it on camera. I would also probably move the lighting so that it looks a little bit different. I saw another one of his clips earlier that was like so much red, you could literally, it looked like a friggin' scene happened in there. Sorry, unaliving, because, you know, YouTube doesn't like the word, and I'm hoping my editor bleeped and censored those words, because I know YouTube doesn't like them.
Train Home. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know what else you guys want to see. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright.
You don't need that lightning. The lightning makes absolutely no sense in terms of the clip. I think the issue is a lot of the times you'll see like really cool transitions, but the issue he has is like, that's a really cool transition. I could use it in the video, but doesn't stop and think maybe that's not the right transition for this type of video.
So let's do it.
I will say I do like the heart rate monitor over in the corner. That is really cool.
Damn, the slider doesn't work. Sorry.
But I think it gives too much of a copy in the copy and paste look to it. Yeah, so I would 100% say stop with the transitions. I'd try to go for a little bit cleaner transitions, like a fade, quick wipe. I think those work really well. And kind of work on camera lighting and background. I think that would help you out a lot. I think this is just the video, though. Also, the fact that you said you're going to play 3 different games but don't have the time codes, that is a problem.
7 times. Don't forget. Looks like this is my stop.
Okay, so I think
We meet again. Remember, 7
this...
Oh. I just had to keep walking back and forth.
Yeah, so see, the second... This is what I was talking about. The second the screen goes really white, you immediately know something's wrong because it just washes him right out. So when you have proper lighting, you don't have to worry about your screen washing you out, which is super nice. All right.
Huh.
So I think this is the end of this one.
Short. All right. Welcome to a game called 4-9. Let's get in.
Okay, the page turn works. It was a little bit too quick, I think.
Play 4-9.
Because if you go
That
this...
was extremely short. All right. Welcome to a game called 4-9.
It
Let's
works.
get in and play 4-9.
It also looks as though it jump. Okay, so something I just noticed, like, very easily can be missed if you're not watching for this.
Welcome to a game called 4-9. Let's get in and play 4-9.
It jumps down.
You guys enjoy.
I don't think he meant to do that. I'm curious if when he loaded up the game originally, it was working fine. But then he ran into a problem, had to reload it, and didn't size it correctly within meld. But again...
Oh, he's ran into the blue screen. Damn. I've had that happen before. Sucks.
I'm not noticing anything different in terms of the mic and game audio. I think those sound pretty good.
I was gonna say, because it didn't tell me how to take pictures.
Okay, that's a little bit loud. That's... Okay, no. The elevator is a little bit louder than his mic audio.
Didn't know how to.
What was that? Wait, what was that?
Didn't tell me how to take pictures of anything, so I didn't know. Didn't know how to.
That fire transition was not needed. You would have probably been better off doing either a cross dissolve or a quick additive dissolve. The fire dissolve kind of looks messy, I would say.
Are you an anomaly?
Like I said earlier, I think in some ways he enjoys using the transitions, but doesn't actually think about what would fit well in that frame. Wait. Yeah, again, weird frame. Yeah. So I'm almost positive this is also a transition as well. This is not needed. It would have made a lot more sense to do like a camera shutter transition than that one.
Cheating.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think you can actually do that.
Freaking, my hand keeps hitting my mic.
Yep. Okay,
there we go.
So, anomaly.
Curious if he did any more transitions or not. His transitions are kind of his weak point
I
of
think there was
this
ever
video.
cameras. I believe that's the only anomaly.
He also really likes anomaly games as well, so...
Leave the... so when it says leave the office, do you go through the door or do you leave through the elevator?
It's an anomaly game, so I would guess you turn around and go the other way. I
I
think.
swear if this puts me back at the start, I'm... Yes! Okay. Oh, I was so worried about that. I was like, I remember the other floors putting me back at the very start, and I didn't know if this was
I'm
gonna be the
curious
same,
what
like, type deal.
camera he's
Oh
using.
my god, that was nerve-wracking. On to the last and final game. It is called SCP-087.
Okay,
So,
you know
I've
what? That transition was clean. That transition was clean. It kind of did like in I can't, segment selector, I guess would be the best way to say it. It's like in movies where it's like you have the extras and you can go in and select what part of the movie you want to watch. That was a clean transition. I will give it to you. Your score was originally going to be like a 4.5 out of 10, but that just brought it up by a point.
An SCP kind of game, so this is going to be pretty interesting. Full screen is on. Mouse sensitivity. Alright.
I would guess that the game runs in that sort of film style.
So standard controls. Playing. Oh. Document something. Document 087. IV exploration, IV radio comms.
I'm noticing a little bit of graininess in his webcam. So we're gonna go ahead and jump forward here. This was the part that got really loud.
Okay. I don't know why I'm continuing.
Yeah, so
Alright.
that part's really loud. I would probably turn down the audio so that people could still hear normal mic audio.
Only observed in exploration. The strange organic material covers the walls deep within
Yeah.
SCP-087. Several members of the redacted campus reported knocking coming from the interior of SCP-087. The door leading to SCP-087 has been fitted with 6-centimeter thick industrial padding. All reports of knocking have ceased.
Looks like the guy's about to fall to the ground.
What the fuck? Okay.
Wow, he didn't swear once during that
Thank you for
entire
playing.
video.
Please play in a dark room and use headphones. Well, I can't really do a dark room because my setup will not allow me to.
That's not true. That's not true at all. I've seen his setup. Just turn off the lights. Because typically, webcams are really good at producing a little bit of light, and horror games are perfect for it.
Alright. Wow. Those certainly were interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you
then
like it,
over
please let
to
me know
that.
what else.
I would not do the transition thing. Typically, transitions with your camera are better if you're going to do a fade or a quick cut. Those typically work a lot better, and they typically work a lot better if you're going to be streaming than making a video. Overall, this wasn't the... I'm trying not to be super critical here, but wasn't the best video that I've seen of his. But this was filmed 11 months ago, so it'll be interesting to see what one of his newer videos is like. Now I was actually one who edited his most recent one, so.
Do you guys want to see in Terror Tuesday and Friday Frights? And also for
Yeah. So I'm almost positive the reason he decided to call himself Fire Frights was because of the Friday Frights thing, and it was very similar to that. So
Friday
yeah.
Scares. It's a new kind of series I'm going to be doing on Sundays where I live stream horror games. And yeah, if you guys did like this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already.
There was a cut there that was not needed, and it looked kind of messy.
And I will see you guys in the next one. All right. See ya.
Again, the slicing doesn't make sense for his channel. So overall, I think I'd probably give this video a 5 out of 10. It was somehow worse than the other video was. So, but I would say work on your presence on camera. Make sure that your audio sounds good before you hit record. And overall, cut it out with the transitions. I mean it, FC, seriously. Some transitions you're using within these videos are just not needed. You need to decide when you're editing which ones are appropriate and which ones you're just throwing in for the fun of it. This is from me to you. I told him I would be doing this video as well, so I already have permission. But overall, 5 out of 10 on that video. There's a couple of things in it I'd probably change. Well, let's go ahead and watch his Resident Evil
What's
Requiem.
up, Fire Nation? It's FC here, back with another video.
Okay. His audio does sound a little bit different. I would say don't use the headset mic, because I know he has a regular mic. It looks as though the color grading on the clip has gotten a little bit better. I would guess probably because he got a new webcam. Some older webcams, like 720p ones, don't do that great at like color grading or giving you great exposure. And it also looks as though he's kind of moved some stuff around, so it does look a little bit better. This is not overly exposed like before, but I would not use the headset mic. I'd use a regular USB one.
Video, and we are going to be returning to some Fire Frights. I hope you guys are ready to get spooked. So we're going to be doing...
No. No. Hey, FC, this is from your older brother to you. No. I just keep it simple and not try to be cringy about it.
A reaction video to Resident Evil 9's trailer. I've seen a little bit about it. I'm not super familiar with this trailer. I know it just dropped not that long ago. But yeah, let me know.
Wait, here's what I'm curious about. Here's the thing I'm very curious about. Did he link it in... Oh. FC, bruh. Okay, so anytime you're doing a reaction to like a game or you're trying to like link people back to original video, always put it in the description. Because saying, "What's up, Fire Nation FC," here diving into the new Resident Evil 9 trailer. Get ready for a spooky adventure as we dive into this new Capcom trailer. Join the fun and leave a comment if you get scared too. This would be the perfect spot to put a link to the Resident Evil trailer. Yes, he is not getting paid or sponsored to do a reaction to this trailer. He did put a link to the game, but putting a link to the game compared to actually putting a link to the trailer is a lot different. So that's one thing I would say. If you're going to react to a game trailer, put it in your description. Because it helps people who are interested in the game be able to find it and go watch the trailer for themselves. So I will say the audio doesn't sound terrible.
What's up, Fire Nation? It's FB Guys 9's trailer. I've seen a little bit about it. I'm not super familiar with.
Also, probably would have shortened it from Resident Evil 9 to reacting to Resident Evil Requiem's trailer, but that's just me. I'm pretty aware of like the wordplay that YouTube likes, so
This trailer. I know it just dropped not that long ago.
yep.
But yeah, let me know if you guys get scared, and on with the video.
Okay. Again, cut, switch over the clip. It looks a lot better.
Sir.
Huh.
That's another thing that I hate that he does. There's been a couple of videos that he has done where he turns down the transparency on his webcam, and I do not like the fact that he does that, because in his mortuary assistant video, he did that, and you could see the blinds right over the webcam, which was so just... It didn't look good at all.
I wonder who she is.
I would say the video audio probably should be turned down a little bit. It's pretty loud. Yeah, see, right there, right there. So that's something that I noticed with this. So
Some type of office.
you can literally see, like, almost fading through his body, the background of the video. Because when you turn your transparency on your webcam down, that's what happens. Or no, opacity. You turn that down, it can cause issues where the video will look like it's overlaid over the top, when in reality, it's just because the opacity slider is down. I always keep mine at 100. Because realistically, the only time you should ever do that is if you're doing like a game and you're going to do like a quick zoom in so that you can see the game, but it also kind of gives that dramatic effect as well.
Grace Ashcroft,
Yes?
my office.
Oh, coming.
I also find it funny, I've talked to him about Resident Evil a bunch, and when he was watching this, he didn't pick up on the fact that that was Grace Ashcroft, which don't know how.
AI. Huh. Okay. So a little different than normal.
If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Put a hold on that for now. We found another body. One that exhibits the same pathology as the others we've been investigating. Now, I need a good technical analysis.
I can't tell if that just came from my Discord or that was inside his video.
Okay.
I've already seen this trailer as well, so...
The Renwood Hotel.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, so
That looks
trailer's
amazing.
audio is a little bit too loud.
Oh, that's coming out soon. Oh,
Oh.
it's coming out really soon. Wow.
Okay. I said this in the last video that I reacted to. Stop it with the transitions. I would have 100% used something that was a lot more related to Resident Evil for that. That just... I want people to give me their honest feedback in the comments and tell me...
Oh, that's coming out soon.
When this happens.
Oh. It's coming out really soon.
Does that look clean to you? Because to me, as somebody who does like video editing a lot, it doesn't make sense to have added this.
Really soon.
Like,
Wow.
It
That's coming out
doesn't
soon.
look correct.
So honestly, my thoughts on that are I'm looking forward to it. It looks super, super spooky and scary, and it seems like there's a lot of like jump scares in it. So yeah.
Yeah, what's crazy is that Resident Evil Requiem became one of the best like psychological horror games of 2026. I haven't played it yet. I've been dying to, but it looks so good.
I'm super excited for it. I played Resident Evil 2, 3, 7, Village, so 8. And this will be number 9. I wonder if they're going to bring back the exploration of the police department. I know we kind of did that in Resident Evil 2, but it'd be kind of interesting to see like what they bring back in 9.
Exploration.
But let me know what you guys liked most about the reaction, and let me know if you guys want to see
The
more of
pacing
these.
is definitely good.
And I'll put a comment down below, and you guys can interact with that, and let me know what else you guys want me to react to, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.
Yeah, that's not great. This is also not the greatest, because he put... Yeah, so this should be a little bit bigger. This should be a little bit bigger. I'm going to guess it's because I'm full screened. No, it's not because I'm full screened. That's just how it is. Okay, so what I would probably take away from his videos is don't use as many transitions, because a lot of them just aren't really needed in terms of where their placement is. I think either a cut or a fade, additive dissolve would probably work really well. There are some transitions that are better because they tend to work a little bit. A lot of the ones that are like effect-based ones, like lightning or fire, those sort of ones don't typically look the greatest in placement of like a cut or a quick wipe. Those typically look a lot better in that situation. So I'd say kind of stop it with the transitions unless they're really meant to be in the video. Overusing transitions is can get a bit real clunky in terms of the video. Try keep your pacing as short as possible. Don't go into too much descriptive wording within your first 10 to 20 seconds. Try to be like quick, like, hey everyone, welcome back to a video. Today we're going to be playing Pup Playtime Chapter 5. Let's get into it. Something quick like that. I think the other thing as well is be a little bit more descriptive when you're reacting to certain videos. Like, that game looked really cool. I like the way the shading on the characters look. The psychological element to it makes the characters look really terrifying. Words that describe how enemies, like creatures looking games, are a lot more, I guess in a way, they're a lot more likely for someone to comment on a video because they're like, God, I felt that same exact way as well. I would probably give this one a 8 out of 10. It was a very solid one. The only issue I had with it was the game audio and the mic audio, again, were like this. They were a bit too close together. But overall, I think his channel is improving. I'm excited to see where Firefights goes in the near future. Yeah, that's going to about do it for this video. Let me know who else you want me to react to in the comments down below. Everything that I reacted to will be in the description, as well as his channel if you want to go give my brother some love. Truly appreciate that. And with that, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and Nexus crew, I will see you in the next video. Bye.